I'm Dina, and this is World Geography Wednesday. It's like Taco Tuesday, but better. Food is one of my love languages. I often tell my kids, I love you more than chocolate and cheese, which is saying a lot coming from me. My daughter shortened this to, I love you more than fondue. With Valentine's Day around the corner, we decided to celebrate Switzerland with its national dish, fondue. The first time I visited Switzerland, I was in college. I got to hike the Jungfrau mountain range, and I genuinely fell in love with the scenery, the fresh air, and the food. Today, I'm going to share with you some fun facts about Switzerland. Then, I'll show you how to make cheese fondue. And since it's so easy and quick, we'll also make a chocolate fondue. Let's get started. First, grab your favorite world map and try to find Switzerland. It's in Europe, it's on the east coast of France, and it's north of Italy. That's it! Alright, here's some fun facts about Switzerland. The scariest and longest staircase in the world is in Niesen, Switzerland. It runs alongside a funicular railway that goes all the way up Mount Niesen. Switzerland produces more chocolate than any other country in the world, around 80% of the world's total production. Swiss people also eat the most chocolate per person. Every year, Switzerland hosts an international hot air balloon festival that lasts 9 days. Because of their neighboring countries, Switzerland has 4 national languages: French, German, Italian, and Romansh. Switzerland's most famous invention is the Swiss Army knife. Bonus fact, Albert Einstein wrote his theory of relativity equation while living in Switzerland.
26. 27.
What in the world are y'all doing? You're supposed to be learning about Switzerland.
He's trying to beat Switzerland's record for eating chocolate.
Oh my gosh, do you at least know what's the capital of Switzerland? All right, carry on. To learn more about Swiss watches, yodeling, and more, the YouTube channel Let's Go Geography has a great video called Switzerland for Kids. Also check out Learning Tales, an amazing and quick guide to Switzerland. I've put links to both of these videos in the description box below. But that's enough learning. It's time for some fondue. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a cheese fondue. And because it's so easy, we're going to make a chocolate fondue too. Fondue comes from the French word fonder, which means to melt. It was invented out of necessity for Swiss people to survive the harsh alpine winters. As their bread would get stale, they would melt cheese in wine and dip the dry bread into it. The first thing you should know about fondue is that the Swiss cheese we find in the grocery store is an Americanized version of Emmental, which is only one out of about 450 varieties of Swiss cheese. Today, we're going to use Gruyere, Emmental, and raclette. Now, while cheese is definitely the star of the show, fondue is really only as good as the food that you dip into it. Technically, you only need bread and boiled potatoes for an authentic fondue, but I encourage you to prepare as many dippers as you like. Get creative. Some things like pretzels or pears can go with chocolate or cheese. All of this can be prepared the day before. Just be sure to blanch raw vegetables like broccoli and asparagus. I usually steam them in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Potatoes, you want to boil them for about 7 minutes, then run them under cold water. In terms of portion size, the easiest way to figure out how much food you need is to put them on individual plates. Considering how many foods I chose, I only need to cut up about 2 to 3 pieces of each dipper per person, maybe a little more for my husband. All right, now we're ready to melt our cheese. This is a traditional fondue pot. Everyone gets their own skewer, and each skewer is a different color so you don't get them mixed up. You melt the cheese on the stove, and once it's melted, you put it in the holder and bring it to the table to eat. There's an alcohol burner underneath, or sometimes a tea light candle to keep your cheese melted. If you don't have a fondue pot, that's okay, you can still make fondue. Just do the same thing in a regular heavy bottom pot and put it on the table on a heavy trivet. If it starts to set up while you're eating, just put it back on the stove for a minute or 2 to get it melted. And that's it. Another option is to use a portable electric burner and eat it right at the kitchen island. That's what we do. All right, here's how you make it. For each person, you want about 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. I'm making this for 4 people, so I'm going to use 6 cups of shredded cheese. Put your cheese in your pot and sprinkle it with cornstarch. Mix it well with salad tongs or a fork until all the cheese is coated. Add about 1 cup of wine or milk if that's what you prefer. Season it well with nutmeg. It's weird, but trust me, don't leave it out. Bring the pot to the stove and turn the heat to medium. Stir the cheese often until it's all melted. You can add some milk if it gets too thick. If you're using a portable burner, turn the heat to low so it doesn't scorch while you eat. Now for the chocolate fondue, all you have to do is put 4 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips in your pot, plus 1 cup of cream and a teaspoon of ginger. Turn the heat to medium and stir it often until it's all melted. And that's it!
The best thing to do for Valentine's Day. Fondue.
How is it, family?
Delicious!
Amazing. Definitely so good.
I hope you liked this episode of World Geography Wednesday in Switzerland. If you're interested in the full Swiss menu, check out my blog. There's a link to it in the description box below. In it, you'll find a recipe for a rosemary mushroom meat fondue. It's easy to make, fun to eat, and absolutely delicious. Hope to see you next week. And until then, have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Bye!